Turns out, I have at least one more bullet hell game in my Steam library. Revolutions Ace. At least at some point of my life I truly wanted to get into bullet hell games, but nowadays I guess not as much as before. Well, I could play Revolutions Ace only for short bursts, only like 1 hour a day or less. And of course with it, days I didn't want to play it, or even I didn't play it. There were days that I didn't even play it, or something like that. From what I have heard, in bullet hell games you should avoid enemies' attacks. But with that mindset, I can't manage to kill enemies. And then there are too many enemies if they don't leave or when enemies return. Thankfully, the player doesn't die from fun it. It was in some different bullet hell games that I tried on mobile. Of course, as a start I played on normal difficulty, but it was too much, so then I started playing on easy. But after some time it's still too difficult. At least one of the difference in difficulty settings is that enemies return. That is from normal difficulty starting. And more enemies return in higher difficulties. And of course if the enemy wasn't defeated, that is return. There are air and ground enemies, but you can't attack both of them at the same time. One thing, you need to have weapons which can shoot at both, but even with it, it doesn't happen at the same time. At least with the weapon that I had, which probably was a started weapon, you shoot air enemies with the left mouse button, and ground enemies with the right mouse button. Well, and that's the default controls, I think. So, at first it seemed weird that I couldn't kill ground enemies, even if I had weapons which can attack the ground enemies. Only found out about using the right mouse button for ground enemies when I changed the difficulty to easy. Plus sometimes when trying to switch between the air and ground weapons, the airship doesn't shoot a start. I need to press the mouse button twice when switching weapon to start shooting either on ground or on air enemies, or to enemies. Maybe mouse is at fault. There are also power-ups which are rare, or seems to be rare because I kill only a few enemies. Now about boss fights. After some campaign levels, regular enemies starts appearing in boss fights, even in easy mode. Is that really a boss fight? When there are regular enemies? Shouldn't boss fights a unique way of fighting? And every regular enemies isn't unique. Like there should be an unique pattern for a boss fight without any regular enemies in it. It just feels it's a lazy way to have a boss fight in the game. There are two different level systems. One, of course, are campaign levels, and second, which is a player's level, with which you can unlock no perks or no weapons in the armory. Both can be unlocked at the same time from leveling up the player. Well, it varies by level, and there are level ups doesn't give you anything. Doesn't different level ups doesn't reward you with not a decent review. Well, there are level ups that from which you don't get anything. Different levels are either for perk or for items in the armory. Armory is where to buy weapons and equip them. Of course, there's also some mouse movement options, which I tried, but it felt difficult. And I couldn't find a decent mouse sensitive for mouse movement, which I only tried for a short time. Either way, it felt the game was too punishing, as in the game punish a player too much. Like, also there isn't a checkpoint system in a level. If you die at the end of the level, you will need to restart the level from the beginning. At one point, I noticed that the player gets experience even when you die in the level. The same for currency, also for currency in the same, or at least I track so. So because there is a player role system, so the game forces the player to grind. Not just by completing the level, that is campaign level, but having the option to be over-leveled and beat the game without challenge. Either it's too much of challenge or too little of challenge, or it's too grindy. At some point I managed to create graphical glitch, just by going into settings while I'm in the level. Maybe it was because I didn't let Steam to run the first time settings, or it only happened when I had OBS opened either for recording video or for replay buffer, but still probably just having OBS opened might be the fault. It seems there is a story which I don't know, because at the start of the campaign I was already in the game. After some campaign levels the story appeared in the text form. Okay, also before each campaign there is stats, but for some reason I didn't start to read. Well, I just assumed with just description of the stage or what, just what kind of enemies maybe there are. I didn't read it, which I skipped because I was already playing the game and without a care about the story about it. The text that appeared after some campaign levels, because I tracked there wasn't a story. I guess while I'm in the middle of making this video, I maybe will continue playing it, while having a video in background that is playing just to listen to, as in being a passive content or passive video, which I did before finishing writing the script. I could also just be grinding in it to be over-leveled. Maybe this game wasn't for beginners of set bullet hell games, but I still managed to progress in it, even if I forced it, kinda at least, and changing difficulty to easy. Well, at least it's a decent way to pass the time. Why I will wrote in the scripts pass the game. By the way, after one PlayStation, after holding mouse button for a long time, my right hand finger, if not my right hand, hurted a little bit, or at least I had weird feeling like, okay, not right now, but around this arena, I guess, felt weird, or like I couldn't move it finger, maybe? Like, okay, stiff is a word. Maybe finger was stiff. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, subscribe and comment. Also, if you want, you can support me on Ko-Fi Patreon or by becoming channel member. See you next time.